Many people moving to Richmond make the same expensive mistake. They pick neighborhoods based on what's trendy or cheap, but here's the truth. Richmond's best neighborhoods might be your worst nightmare, and no one wants to be moving twice. I'm Amanda Seibert with Seibert Real Estate, and for over 15 years, we've helped thousands of families avoid this costly mistake. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to choose the right Richmond neighborhood for your ideal lifestyle, so let's get into it. In case you didn't know, Richmond is attracting tons of people. It's one of the fastest growing metro areas in the whole state. You've got a thriving art scene, historic neighborhoods, and a growing job market. Plus, it's affordable compared to many other East Coast cities. So basically, Richmond has everything. Walkable urban districts, master plan communities, the James River for outdoor fun right in the city. VCU brings energy and culture, and the food scene keeps getting better every year. But the city's unique patchwork of neighborhoods means a surface level decision can lead to serious disappointment. Richmond isn't like other cities where the hottest neighborhoods gradually blend into each other and everything looks the same. Here, lifestyles and commute times can change dramatically over relatively short distances, sometimes within the same zip code. You can go from cobblestone streets with 19th century homes to modern suburban developments in a 10-minute drive. From walkable urban life to quiet family suburbs to rural country living. Each area has its own personality, amenities, and trade-offs, as you'll see in a bit. And this leads to a big problem. When people make quick decisions based on what looks good online or what their friends recommend, they often end up in the wrong place for their actual needs. So why does this happen? The biggest mistake people make is choosing neighborhoods based purely on cost, trendiness, or name recognition. They get tempted by the lowest price or what's hot right now, but they don't consider their lifestyle needs. Let me tell you what I mean. Things like commute times, school districts, amenities, and neighborhood vibes. These are the factors that determine whether you'll love or hate your life in Richmond. And it can get expensive too. When people get this wrong, they end up moving again within just a few years. The beautiful historic home in Churchill becomes a problem if you need to commute to Short Pump every day and you don't want a 30-minute commute. The trendy fan district loses its appeal when you're hunting for parking after a long day at work. We'll actually be comparing those two in a bit. Now, this is especially critical in Richmond because a 10-minute drive can completely transform your experience. But before we dive into specific examples, here's what you need to understand. These differences aren't obvious when you're looking at houses online or driving through on the weekend. Therefore, understanding these differences before you buy prevents costly mistakes later. Let's dive into some of the more common comparisons people make here. And remember, if you want to make the best purchase in Richmond real estate, make sure to subscribe. We'll get you all the market breakdowns, neighborhood tours, and development timelines you'll need to know about. First up, let's compare Churchill versus the Fan. These are two of Richmond's most popular neighborhoods, but they provide completely different experiences. Churchill gives you that historic appeal and neighborly feel. You're looking at 19th century Greek Revival, Queen Anne, and Federal style homes. Prices here range from $178,000 up to $1.8 million. That's a wide range because the neighborhood includes everything from fixer-uppers to fully renovated historic gyms. The area is walkable to local spots like Sabrosa Bakery and the Roosevelt, Libby Hill Park, and Chimborazo Park. You get classic Richmond history with cobblestone streets and sweeping views of the James River. And the community feels tight-knit and established. On the other hand, the Fan presents a completely different vibe. You've got iconic late Victorian row homes and 20th century homes, but the energy is urban, lively, and much denser. The walkability is excellent because of the dense grid system, and you can walk to restaurants, boutiques, bars, VCU campus, and theaters. Here's the thing, if you love peace and quiet, the Fan's noise and parking challenges could frustrate you. Street parking can be competitive, especially if you live closer to the VCU campus, and the energy that makes it feel exciting could feel overwhelming if you prefer a calmer lifestyle. While on the flip side, if you want vibrant nightlife and cultural events, Churchill can feel isolated. Yes, it has local gyms, but you'll need to drive to access the broader Richmond scene. Now, let's talk about Short Pump versus Midlothian. Both are family-focused suburban areas with excellent schools, but the experience differs significantly. Short Pump represents the modern, bustling suburb. You've got newer construction, planned communities, and premium shopping at Short Pump Town Center. The restaurant scene includes everything from casual chains to local date night spots. And here's what families love. The schools are top rated. Deep Run High School ranks number 13th in Virginia, according to U.S. News and World Report. That makes it extremely attractive to families. Many of the neighborhoods feature newer homes, townhomes, and condos with HOA amenities too. The median home price in Short Pump for 2025 is right around $569,000, which reflects the area's popularity and convenience. Speaking of which, you get direct access access to Interstate 64, making your downtown commute more predictable. The road infrastructure is designed for modern traffic patterns. Now, Midlothian provides a different value proposition. You're looking at larger lots, quieter traditional neighborhoods, and a median home price right around $458,000. That's $111,000 less than Short Pump for often more space. But here's the trade-off. There's less amenities here if you're looking for activities like Topgolf or country clubs. And if you have to commute to downtown or to Short Pump, you'll want to consider your commute time. Oftentimes, Interstate 76 and 288 can become congested in the morning, and depending on where in Midlothian you live, you're also much further from the airport. This leads to an important decision point. If convenience and shorter commutes matter most, Short Pump wins. But if you want more space for your money and don't mind the extra drive time, Midlothian delivers better value. Now let's talk about Westover Hills versus Northside. These represent two distinct approaches to Richmond living. Westover Hills feels established and kind of leafy. You get that classic family-oriented community with lots of mature trees. It's like having the West End quality, but on the south side of Richmond. The neighborhood provides easy access to Forest Hill Park and the James River Trail system. Local cafes, breweries, and shops create a community feel. And you're close to downtown, but maintain that suburban feel. And here's what's super appealing to buyers. The homes here are filled with character, and the area is established and family-friendly. Alternatively, Northside is Richmond's most affordable in-city option. It's up and coming and artsy on Brooklyn Park Boulevard, with a diverse mix of older homes and recently renovated properties along Laburnum Park Boulevard. You're looking at one of the lower prices per square foot within the city limits. But before you get too excited, Northside requires some more patience as the area continues developing. The amenities are inconsistent across different blocks. Some areas are well established, while others are still emerging. This leads us to another important choice. If you're seeking value and don't mind living in an established, quiet area with good access to downtown, Westover Hills works really well. But if you're budget focused and willing to be part of a neighborhood's transformation, Northside provides opportunities. Now, finally, let's talk about Henrico and the West End versus Goochland and Hanover. This comparison represents the biggest lifestyle difference on the list. So the West End is technically in Henrico, and the West End represents classic suburban convenience, top-rated schools, and all the amenities you need, plus the fastest suburb to downtown commute. Everything's designed for families who want suburban comfort with city access. You get robust infrastructure, extensive shopping, and easy access to Richmond's job centers. Still not convinced? Fair enough. Goochland and Hanover provide something completely different. Rural living with Richmond proximity. We're talking custom builds, acreage, farmland, and that small town country feel. But this leads to some important trade-offs. Goochland and Hanover mean longer commutes. You might be 15 minutes from Short Pump, but you're much further from downtown. And you'll have fewer amenities, longer drives to shopping, and limited nightlife options. Everything requires more planning and travel time. Now, if you've done your research, you might be thinking these differences seem obvious. But here's why getting this wrong is so costly. A 10-minute difference in location can completely change your Richmond experience, and I really mean that. School zones can differ block to block. One street might feed into Deep Run High, ranked 13th in Virginia. The next over, a completely different school with different ratings and programs. Remember, this is when we talk about how to research these details properly. Now, some areas let you walk to restaurants, parks, and events. Others require driving for basic groceries. That also will change how you experience daily life. In the Fan, you can walk to dinner and entertainment most nights, while in Goochland, you could be driving 20 minutes for a gallon of milk. Both of these are valid lifestyle choices, but they need to match your preferences. And here's another misconception. Most people miss the fact that the cheaper home often costs more in the long run. More time commuting, less convenience, and potentially needing to move sooner than planned. This leads to something important. When factoring in lost time commuting to the wrong area, the frustration of not having the lifestyle you want, and the financial hit of moving again, the wrong neighborhood choice becomes expensive quickly. And that's not even counting the actual moving cost. Transaction fees, closing costs, moving expenses, it all adds up fast. Double time when you do it twice. The good news is this mistake is completely preventable. You can avoid this by doing your homework up front. So how do you do that? How to avoid the mistake first. So identify your non-negotiables. Make a list of schools, commute requirements, shopping access, walkability needs, and lifestyle preferences. Be honest about what matters most to your daily life. This is something we really help our clients with. Do you need top-rated schools? Is a 20-minute commute okay? Do you want to walk to dinner, or are you comfortable driving? Nightlife or quiet, space or convenience? Make sure you write these down and rank them by importance. This prevents you from getting distracted by features that don't align with your priorities. Second, don't focus only on price or what's currently popular. Avoid choosing based solely on the trendy names or the cheapest options you see online. Those rarely match your specific needs. And third, get on-the-ground experience. Drive through neighborhoods at different times of day, visit during rush hour to understand understand what the commute really looks like. Go on weekend trips to experience the community, stop for coffee, walk around, and talk to people you meet. This can give you insights that online research just simply can't provide. And then fourth, lean on local expertise. Work with agents who deeply understand these subtle neighborhood differences, someone who can provide honest, specific advice. And make sure you review boundary maps and check ratings on niche.com if schools are an important factor in your decision. And make sure you look into planned developments or major infrastructure changes. A quiet street today might become a major road in 5 years. So now you know how to find the perfect neighborhood for your next purchase. If you're ready to take the next step, shoot us an email at amanda@cyber@re.com. My team and I would love to be your real estate resource of choice. We've helped thousands of homebuyers just like you find their perfect place here in Richmond. And if you're looking for some insight on all of the new development and exciting amenities we have coming to Richmond, make sure you watch this video right here. As always, thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you on the next one.